to the SU Gang podcast, everyone. This is my first time back in over a year and a half, and I know it's a bit sudden that we're just starting to pop up videos and shorts again, but it's just been the main fact is we've all been busy. We did this in 2023 when we were all in high school. Bobby and I were seniors, and Mal was a junior, and now we're all in college. And the fact is, life just got busy. But Mal and I always wanted to bring this back at some point. So he actually reached out to me a couple weeks ago, and he learned how to use some really good video platforms. And he's been doing all the work right now in the shorts. So massive shout out to you, man. You really improved your craft, and frankly, you're at this rate, you could put out better quality than I ever could. So it truly is just amazing. We are doing the Zoom format right now, and it is just because with Video Ninja, we had some technical difficulties. But look forward to that new format soon, and go and watch the last video and the other shorts. We have that uploaded and even some TikToks uploaded. So we're really hoping to start to bring this back. But anyway, dude, a lot of crazy shit that has just happened in the last couple days. Free agency started yesterday. Technically, it's Wednesday, but tampering was Monday, so that was why everyone was getting signed. And today we just had some crazy freaking news, dude. So the Maxx Crosby trade has officially been reversed. The Raiders tweeted that Ravens backed out of it. Apparently, it was a failed physical due to something in Maxx Crosby's knee. And it's just a crazy situation because the Raiders, they spent a bunch of money, alleviated as well by Maxx Crosby's contract. So honestly, I don't know how the logistics are going to work with him coming back there. But man, Maryland sports fans are devastated right now because they haven't had a great free agency. A lot of guys have left them, like Isaiah Likely, and big one is Tyler Linderbaum getting paid $27 million a year. So Ravens fans were at least fine with Crosby coming over, but dude, I don't know what to think about them right now. They just lost so many dudes. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I can't believe it, and it's like they lost so many dudes. Raiders have been spending so much money. When I found out the tweet, I was like, "Wait, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean they backed out?" And then I realized, oh wait, the new league year has started. New league year starts tomorrow. We're recording this Tuesday at 10:09 p.m. Central Time. Like any of these signings that happen, they could back out of it right now. You know,
Is New Year tomorrow?
Yeah, the New Year is.
Yeah, that's AKA official free agency. So, yeah, it's just absolutely crazy. And a lot has happened on the first day. I, as a Seahawks fan, got to witness probably the best season of my life and watch the Seahawks win their second Super Bowl. And I can touch on that more in a future video. But, you know, we lost a lot of guys, but also re-signed some. So, and one of those guys, actually, Kobe Bryant from that Super Bowl defense, went over to Mal's team, the Chicago Bears, and he can say his thoughts about it. As a Seahawks fan, though, who's watched him since 2022, I got to say, I really like this signing for the Bears. The fact of the matter is we just had a lot of safety depth. We had Love, Eamon Wari, Ty Okada, who we actually tendered and hopefully are bringing back. He was an undrafted free agent that made his way in the starting rotation, and Kobe. And Kobe, he got some good playing time since Mike McDonald came in. Like, he actually was pretty much, it was a complete 180 after his rookie year when Pete in 2023 and basically benched him because originally he was a corner and he didn't really work out there. But then when Mike came in, he found a role for him. So I'm happy he got a bag man. And I think for a Bears team, it's a very good pickup. I figured we would not bring him back simply just because we have other priorities. I am surprised, though, the Bears. You want to comment on that now? Because I thought you guys had Jaquan Brisker and just like Kyle Gordon and a bunch of dudes. So I'm surprised, though, the Bears. I did not think you'd go there.
Well,
Jaquan Brisker is probably leaving. He's, his rookie contract's pretty much up unless we franchise tag him, but we didn't franchise tag him. So he was most likely going to leave unless we'd re-sign him. Unfortunately, I think he's leaving. So I'm definitely gonna miss him. He was very active. He was probably the most active player on Bears Twitter. So we'll miss that. But Kobe Bryant, I like him. He's gonna fit the Dennis Allen scheme very well. I'm gonna be honest. We take our secondary more seriously than our pass rush, which I kind of don't like because I want to get pressure on the quarterback and you're always going to succeed on the trenches. One of the reasons why we were good this year is because of our O-line, and our defense could have been really good if our D-line was good, and it wasn't. And part of that is a skill issue, and part of that is kind of Dennis Allen's fault. But I'll give him credit with the secondary. Defense makes plays. We get a lot of turnovers, and Kobe Bryant, he looks like a playmaker to me, and that's definitely. He's definitely going to fit this. He's definitely going to fit the scheme well. Kevin Byard's most likely gone. Jaquan Brisker's probably gone. So we're gonna need another safety. I think we probably might re-sign C.J. Gardner-Johnson. He wasn't too bad last year. He did get burnt a couple of times, but he played nickel corner. So if he goes back to his safety position, maybe he could go back to his old ways. Now, not necessarily that he was bad last year, but there were times where he got cooked. So I feel like maybe we'll re-sign him. So a safety duo of Kobe Bryant and CJ Gardner-Johnson wouldn't be too bad, honestly. I wouldn't mind that. But main thing I want on defense is just a impact pass rusher. And I know, Kayvon Thibodeau's name has been thrown out there. Trey Hendrickson, Maxx Crosby. But I more so I more so want a difference maker. And all due respect to Kayvon Thibodeau, he's nice, but I need a superstar, like actual difference maker. The thing with Kayvon Thibodeau is he has succeeded, but Brian Burns getting most of the workload has made his job easier and has allowed him to get more pressure on the quarterback, has allowed him to get to the quarterback more. He is a great supporting cast piece to a good defense. He can make a good bag out of himself, if he's a good supporting piece to a good defense. But I don't see him being that dude. And I think now with Maxx Crosby being back on the Raiders, maybe we could get him again. Or just, spend some money and sign Trey Hendrickson. I want either of the two. I don't really want, what's his name? The guy from the Dolphins. Bradley Chubb.
Oh, I forgot about him. Dude, I was thinking of Jalen Phillips initially, but yeah, you got traded to the Eagles and then got a bag with the Panthers, which is a very good pickup for them. I like what the Panthers are doing. I know they're not like the Raiders per se, but they also got Devin Lloyd, actually. I believe that news broke last night, almost 24 hours ago. Very good Jags off-ball linebacker, one of the best in the league before he got injured. So I like what Carolina's doing, honestly, man. I think it'll and they always needed a real edge rusher. What the fuck just happened? I am so sorry about that. I'm about to go check on that. But they had Jadeveon Clowney and some vets, but, outside Derek Brown, on the D-line, you really need a long-term guy, and that's the guy. And the fact is the Panthers have really entered a contention window, so that's a great signing. But I actually have a question for you now. So now that Maxx Crosby's back, us Seahawks and Bears fans are a little more hopeful that we could get either of the two. And as a Seahawks fan who's always seen, we're involved in this big star, I'm a little more reserved on the optimism that I have. But who would you prefer, Trey Hendrickson or Maxx Crosby? Because there's been heavy rumors that we have been interested and we have actually reached out to Trey Hendrickson, and so did the Bills. But
yeah,
who do you prefer over the two? Because I have a good answer for this.
I mean, listen, I love Trey Hendrickson. I think he could be great, but I'm choosing Maxx Crosby. I mean, Maxx Crosby is a legitimate impact player. Like I know the Raiders lost a lot of games last year, but I genuinely believe that their defense could play. And and their defense wasn't bad, and the reason why it wasn't bad, well, one, they were good at getting some talent on that defense, but the thing was Maxx Crosby made everyone's job easier. And the thing is, what I want for the Bears defense is for everyone else to feel like their job could be easy, because Maxx Crosby taking the workload for our D line will do absolute wonders. It could be like Khalil Mack all over again. Like, you know, our defense back in 2018 or 2017 before we got Khalil Mack was pretty solid, but it wasn't elite. We had a lot of good supporting pieces, but we didn't have that dude. And then we traded for that dude, and our defense was like top 2, top 3 in the league, and we won 12 games. And we just came off of an 11-win season and won our first playoff game in 16 years. And if we add Maxx Crosby, dude, I mean, it would be insane. I know it's going to take a couple first round picks, and now that the trade by the Ravens has basically pretty much been denied at this point,
it's probably going to do first round picks. Yeah, I mean, I might be crazy, but I've seen some mock trades that like you would need to include more players and more mid-round picks, that year and next year. But like some mock Seahawks trades and others I've seen, I've never seen 2 first-round picks. Like, I think it's why the Raiders accepted this in a heartbeat, and also because it's just an opportunity to get anyone. But I don't know, just a thought. I mean, it's obviously going to be a lot, but depends.
Listen, it is going to be a lot, and if that's the case. If Ryan Poles believes that that's the case, then you sign Trey Hendrickson, and you settle for nothing less. I don't want him to settle for Bradley Chubb or fucking trade for Kayvon Thibodeau. I'm sorry, no disrespect to those guys. They're good players, but I need an elite pass rusher. It's like the biggest need for the team right now. But besides that, honestly, I'm not too mad at the team right now. We signed Devin Bush to I believe, 3-year, $30 million deals. He's pretty solid. $10 million, not too bad. We still have TJ Edwards, which I really like him. And then we obviously got Kobe Bryant. So yeah, there's, just improve the trenches a little bit. And then unfortunate news in the last episode, and you guys saw my live reaction to the Drew Dahlman retirement. We traded for Garrett Bradbury. A late round pick, and we're only paying him like $5 million a year. So
yeah, not a bad trade.
Yeah, I'm pretty glad that we did that. Yeah, man. We traded away DJ Moore to the Bills, so that's one less receiver we have. But honestly, that doesn't really bother me too much.
I love it for both sides, and I know I'm a Bills fan, but I really like it because I feel like his decline, you could have attributed that more to the scheme pick. I have been high on Luther Burton since you guys got him. Mm-hmm. I envisioned him more as a slot guy in a trio, but if Rome keeps up even a bit of what his first half hot spark was, and Colston Loveland keeps up what he did, to end the year, dude, if he did that the whole year, that's an offensive rookie of the year right there. And he almost beat out Tyler Warren, who was also a heavy contender right there. So you have them. Honestly, I think just schematically, it was a good trade. A second round pick isn't bad for you guys at all for a, middle of the pack receiver. And he did make some clutch catches, though, for you guys at the end of the year. I feel like he made some amazing touchdowns towards the end of the season, and maybe even one in the playoffs over the Packers. I still think he made some very impactful plays for you guys at the end, even if the stats don't show it. But for the Bills, I love it simply because we haven't been the greatest at drafting under Bean, especially receivers lately. Mm-hmm. And a second round pick is what I'm willing to spend if I'm Bean to get a receiver who has veteran experience, but he's not too old and he's not too young. And he really can step in as a one, because as much as I love Khalil Shakir, he's not a wide receiver one. And our other guys are, we bring in a lot of old dudes and it's just not a winning formula. So this really could finally give Josh Allen some stability. I really don't think people should overlook too much about the decline per se. He will still come in and make an immediate impact at minimum alongside Khalil Shakir. It's a pick I'd absolutely be willing to give up for him.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is, listen, DJ, I feel like personally, besides throughout Josh Allen's career, I feel like DJ Moore would be the second best receiver he'd ever have behind Stephon Diggs.
Absolutely, yeah.
Khalil Shakir, nice role player. He's had Gabe Davis, that 4-touchdown game. He's had a couple nice receiver 2s, receiver 3s.
Yeah. Gabe was a big boomer bust, but he's a little overrated because of that game. I just want to add that in there.
Yeah, but besides Diggs, he's never really had a true number one, and he's still been freaking taking the Bills to the playoffs every year, right? So yeah, I love that for DJ Moore. I always remember some of his memories. Like you said, he made some big catches for us down the stretch, and he made that unbelievable one against Packers twice, actually. The game winner. That is. Listen, I know we've been a poverty team, but that catch from DJ Moore, I'm not even lying. That might go down as one of the top 10 greatest Bears moments in history, in the history of the franchise. That's how poverty we are. Okay. A regular season game-winning touchdown is one of the greatest moments in Bears history. No, but that changed a lot of things because, Packers kept, bitching us for so many years, and we finally put an end to that in our first win and our first playoff.
And the comeback too. That's just extra icing. And also the rivalry's back between the coaches. Ben Johnson said some certain expletives in the locker room about the Packers following that victory. And I think Matt LaFleur has also made it clear he doesn't like the Bears either. And, it's just some good animosity. And as a Seahawks fan, the Niners and especially the Rams now really have that for us again. And it's some really good in-division rivalry that is good and fun. It's exciting to see, kind of like how I am with my two rivals, how you guys are on a more even playing field now. Because the Niners has always been one team dominates for a bit and then the other, and it's a whole back and forth. So yeah, hopefully we see some really even chess matches here over the next couple of years.
Yeah, man, last year was a great year because there were so many good. It was the year of the rivalry, honestly. You had multiple in-division rivalry playoff games, right? Obviously, Seahawks, Niners, Seahawks, Rams, Bears, Packers. I don't even know what I'm missing.
So good to end the Niners season, man. And then the Rams, amazing stuff. Just got to throw that out there,
in your house,
bro.
Too.
Yeah. Especially Jawan Jennings, he was can't wait after the Eagles playoff game. He was can't wait to play. I'm he was always excited for us even after week 18, and I respect it because if our offense was competent, it would have been a similar blowout. But hey, we got it done. Fahid, 13 seconds, completely shifted the momentum of that play. So it was great seeing a prime Lumen Field / CenturyLink. We haven't seen it like that since the CenturyLink days. That was another reason the run was so special, man. And Darnold in the Rams game got redemption, and also in that overtime win week 16 against the team that really caused him to have a bunch of scrutiny. Just great stuff to see. And we would have not gotten that Super Bowl if it wasn't for Sam Darnold in that NFC Championship game. And overall, very entertaining matchup because Matt showed why he was the MVP. He was the true guy that really actually exposed Mike McDonald's defense. I think outside the Bucs game in week 5, I don't think anyone put up stats that good on this defense the whole year. And we were injured that game. We were injured in the Bucs game, mind you. So we had an excuse. You know what I mean? So just crazy.
I remember you weren't even that mad after the loss.
Well, yeah, because I was like, well, listen, they have a hot wide receiver, Emeka Buka. It's two good quarterbacks. As long as we show that we can keep up, like it was still earlier in the season, so it was like, okay, Darnold is starting for us. It's looking decent in a now new high pressure situation where you really got to perform drive after drive. How do we do? And it worked out. And it was still when, the Clint Kubiak offense was finding its footing. So great stuff to see. Really put JS on the map. But anyway, I don't mean to keep talking here, and you can chime in, but the Seahawks have lost like 4 to 5 free agents now. Ken Walker and Kobe were the first two. And then we lost Boye Mafe and Tariq Woolen. So I really wanted to bring that up a bit. Tariq Woolen, I just want to say I expected him to not come back. Doesn't hurt any less, but he is just a big boomer bust guy. I loved what he did for us. He was also a really funny guy. It's just he would have highs, and then his lows were just terrible. Like, look at that Rams NFC Championship game. He would have a clutch pass breakup, taunting penalty, reverses a 3rd or 4th down, and then gives up that touchdown, one play deep threat. Like, and that's just been his whole career since his rookie year. So I was like, we should not pay him more than $12 million a year. And the Eagles paid him a 1 year, $15 million, up to $15 million a year. And it's a real prove it. And I think it's what he deserves. I think he would have gotten signed on day one, but his market just wasn't as good as people thought. So it went as well as I expected. He was one of the guys I'm like, yeah, we're not bringing him back. So all respect to him. Boye, I'm not going to spend too much time on, but he got signed for 3 years, $60 million. Fully overpay is all I'm going to say. He had a great 2023 year with like 9 sacks or something, but other than that, he was just a rotational guy. So I'm shocked that he got paid $20 million a year. That is just crazy to me. So best of luck to him. No hate, but yeah, that is a crazy move. I thought he would be getting paid like $10 million a year, most. I just saw that and chuckled. That literally was my reaction. Hugh, you want me to keep going here? Okay, Kobe already expressed my thoughts. Kenneth Walker, that was the one that really hurt for me. I could have seen them not going in that direction. I had a feeling like all of our main guys that were going to hit free agency, we never were going to be their highest offer. But, man, I thought out of all the guys mainly leaving, he was the most valuable. I think he is a good 1-2 guy, but the fact is the offense and running game is not going to be the same without him. It hurts that he went to the Chiefs, but I don't know if I would have paid him as much as the Chiefs did. But I wish him the best of luck. I wish he had a better O-line under us for most of his career. He was one of the best fighting guys after contact. Truly made the most after every carry he got. We also sniped him with some touchdowns a lot in his career. He really showed his full potential since his rookie year in the back half of this year, and he really got us a Super Bowl. He was the main reason outside of Sam Darnold in the NFC Championship and our defense, like top 3 factors. So I wish him the best of luck. He is going to have a revenge game against us, as will Kobe in Seattle. So that will be a very interesting matchup, and running back has now become a glaring hole. But I really could have seen this direction because JSN and Spoon were the top 2 guys. We needed to pay at least one of them this offseason. And it seems with the way John is working right now, we really needed to spend. He really wants to get both those guys locked down this offseason. Yeah. So the fact was Walker was just a big catalyst in that, and I see why John is doing what he's doing. As much as I've been upset with John, it is a very important priority that a lot of people aren't seeing. And the fact is you're going to lose dudes after the Super Bowl, man. Everyone wants the staff and the players from a Super Bowl winning team. It was happening since the NFC Championship game with people interested in Clint Kubiak. So it's just the consequence of winning it all. And you know what? I'll take it.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. It was a great year. Kenneth Walker, he ended his Seattle tenure in the best way possible. I think he was
Absolutely,
Super Bowl MVP, right?
He did. Yeah, he did indeed. I mean, it was going to be him or Jason Myers, but man, he was a beast.
Yeah, man. Man, I don't even, dude. Man, the Seahawks are so good. I don't even think we've gone through all the freaking chaos that's
Yeah,
happening.
I mean, it's a little tough to cover it in one, but I like that we're focusing on our teams. Oh, yeah, hold on. Sorry. A couple more. So the big one that other people know is Rashid Shaheed. This is another guy that I did not expect us to get back, and it is simply just because the wide receiver market is a little narrow. So I figured, just like Kenneth Walker, he was not going to be our highest offer, and it was more of the hey. I know there's enticing options. I know you might want to go back to Kubiak in Las Vegas because they also always love taking our players every single year. But hey, we are a championship team. We'd like to have you back, but it's not going to be an insane deal. But we ended up getting him. I honestly would have wanted Walker over him, but he is a good wide receiver for the future. I think his deep ball potential is still not really shown yet. He really should get more touches in our offense. And he even had some good catches that helped us win some games. Like, it wasn't just his return game that everyone thinks. So in the long run, when Cup retires, I mean, him and Horton and JSN, that's a great core of the future. But another reason why I didn't think we bring it back is Horton does virtually the same thing. Horton also actually had some very impressive touchdown returns before he got injured, 5th-round rookie out of Colorado State. So a lot of people just thought, oh, they're just going to wait for Horton and let Rashid go. But they went this direction. I'm not mad about it.
Yep. All right, man. Well, man, it's good talking about the Seahawks. Isn't there any other thoughts, man? Anything else you want to go over?
We are interested supposedly in Trey Hendrickson. I don't know how true that's going to be. Crosby is the better guy, clearly, because Crosby is a good run defender too, and he's a better dual threat in that sense. But I would honestly be fine getting Trey Hendrickson or even taking a chance on a guy like Tavon. I think unlike the Bears, we already have some good edge rushers coming back, like Derek Hall, Uchenna Nwosu, DeMarcus Lawrence still had a great year despite being a vet. So I really could see us trading and take a chance on an edge rusher, even a cheap 1 to 2 year gap edge rusher. So I'm not really mad about that. It's kind of the same thing with safety and corner. I would like to ideally draft a corner, but I hope the Seahawks also get stopgaps at those positions there in safety just to fill it out. Running back is the main glaring hole. I heard they're interested in Rachaad White. I don't know how to feel about that because of our options. I really wanted Travis Etienne or even Tyler Algier, so I just don't really know, man. But we'll see what happens with the Seahawks. Mostly some stopgap guys are what I want. And we also re-signed Josh Jobe and Drake Thomas for cheap. 8 years, 24 mil, and 2 years up 8 mil for Drake. They were undrafted free agents who contributed greatly to our team in the Super Bowl run. So those are really under the radar signings that I like for us, re-signings. But anyway, yeah, sorry I rambled on a bit, but Seahawks been a little crazy.
Yeah, man. I mean, I know it hasn't been the best offseason for you, coming off of the Super Bowl, but I feel like John can find a way.
At the end of the day, I still trust him because, again, it's those bigger contracts find the picture. And, hey, he also could be really interested in especially Trey. And honestly, I actually would, considering we lost Tariq Woolen, I actually would prefer that we kind of pave away from Maxx just because I know we're going to give up our first rounder. And now with Woolen gone, I honestly would like us to keep our first rounder because my dream pick is to get like a cornerback. I don't think he's going to fall to us, but if Avian Terrell, AJ Terrell's brother, falls to us, I will be so happy.
Oh, wow.
I know it's a dream, but like if we can get a corner there, just to help with that, because we definitely need one. Another young guy that fits Mike's scheme is good, but in terms of the offseason, dude, we are going to lose guys as long as we pay JSN and Stone. Guys who are going to keep getting more and more expensive, especially with Trent McDuffie getting his new contract. That just makes Spoon more expensive. You need to get that done now. At the end of the day, if we don't make any big moves, just get those, retain some of our guys, especially them. I'd say that's a job well done.
Yep.
You just have to, man. You just have to. I thought you could just do one. You can't do both. You got to do both.
Yeah,
crazy.
Yep. You got to do both, man. I feel like there's a couple big moves we should maybe go over before we cap it off. Off the top.
Yeah, you go.
No, I was off the top of my head. We talked about Jalen Phillips. Some small ones. I saw Isaiah Pacheco go to the Lions. Ken Walker.
Go to the Lions. Cam Hayward re-signed to the Steelers. Just broke 4 hours ago. The Giants are getting Patrick Ricard, so they are continuing to add to their Ravens roster. Sam Howell signed to the Cowboys. Teddy Bridgewater to the Lions. Just some minor ones. I'm trying to look for the... Romeo Doubs to the Patriots.
Alec Pierce signed, big contract. Michael Pittman got traded to the Steelers, and they got a steal of a contract within 3 years, $59 million extension.
Yeah, that's good.
Trade. Mike Evans to the 49ers, so I like that move by them. That's just going to make the NFC West a little more tough.
Yours going to bounce a bit too much, but as a move, I like it. I just did not think he would want a 3-year deal. I mean, I don't know. I thought he'd be honestly retiring in 2 years, but who knows?
Yeah.
I think $20 million a year is too much for him, but who knows?
Yes, and Elton Jenkins is signing with the Browns. That's a big move for them. I like that. I like their O-line. They got Tevin Jenkins, Elton Jenkins. I like their O-line, man. Given Shador the proper protection, I think this is just going to do him wonders. I'm surprised the Packers cut him. That's crazy. He's
Some
really
people, he was a bit up and down, actually. Rasheed Walker, another Packers, he's actually a tackle. He is currently a free agent still, so that will be a very interesting guy that I think could get signed very soon.
Former Bear turnover machine, Nashawn Wright. He signed a 1-year contract with the Jets. Tevin Jenkins got extended. I mentioned his name, but I didn't mention that. Cowboys restructured a few contracts, so they have a lot more cap space. They freed up $11 million by restructuring Kenny Clark's contract. Oh, they also traded for Rashawn Gary. He was good in 2024, but he pissed off a lot of Packers fans last year. So as soon as he pissed them off, they decided to make him be gone.
That was like an ad move. A lot of Cowboys fans I talked to, I literally am in Texas right now. They're indifferent about it.
Yeah, not too stoked.
Let's see. Anything else crazy? I mean, there's definitely a lot more. It's just I wanted to try to focus on stuff today as the time this will be coming out. Oh, Bray Greenlaw, he's one of the better, I think, free agents that'll be available. I don't know how he did last year, but, he was kind of hyped up going into Denver just because he was a Niners linebacker that got released, and then I think he still was at least more than serviceable. And then Bobby Okereke released by the Giants. I don't know if he's still signed with anyone, so if anyone needs a linebacker, you got options.
Man, I low-key wish we didn't sign Devin Bush because looking at it, I want Dre Greenlaw, but we're going to have to spend a lot of money. I guess I get the saving money part, but yeah.
I guess that's why they cut him. Oh, yeah, wait.
We haven't necessarily even talked about Giants too much either. They signed. Wait, did we say they signed Isaiah Likely? We said the Ravens lost him.
People know that, so I'm trying to focus on today's stuff. We also
shout
have a
out to
few
Bob O'Derry,
minutes.
though.
Yeah, dude, I'm excited to see that Giants team. I know people say John's like he hasn't won anything in a long time, but the truth is, I'll just mention this briefly. Teams with elite quarterbacks, they have so much tied up to them that at the end of the day, you can't always create the best Super Bowl rosters. It's why the Eagles won. It's why the Seahawks won. Like, I know Hurts was under a contract, but they sold a lot of really young guys that ultimately ended up getting bags elsewhere. It's the same with Seattle. Some guys got bags elsewhere. So it's just like the Ravens are kind of in this like elite quarterback trap. So I get John made some bad decisions, but he's a hell of an upgrade for the Giants, especially in an Eastern division that's a little more open.
Yeah, 1,000%. I said this in the last episode, and I even said you could even see it in the shorts. Make sure to watch our shorts, by the way. I said, the problem is their coaching. Now, Matt Nagy, terrible hire. I feel bad for you, Bobby. That's just a terrible hire for your offense.
Forgot about that.
But again, like I said, the talent. I love Jackson Dart. I love the talent they have, and John Harbaugh is going to. He's going to erase all the BS that Matt Nagy does.
Just a little reminder, guys. I never understood. Bro, I never understood the K9 rumors too there. Like, he's not going to go to a team that is an RB1 like Scattaboo. They definitely need to get a new guy. Like, they need to cut Devin Singletary and then add another guy to that room. But, like, bro, K9 was never going there. I never understood that. Okay, I have one more interesting guy. He's not the most hyped, but he definitely is a name. Kyler Murray. We knew he was going to be released for a while, kind of like Tua, but I wonder where he's going to go because I was thinking Jets, but then Geno just got signed there, which I find incredibly comical. But
he got traded for a 7th. I don't know what. Maybe he's a backup. Maybe they still do get Kyler Murray. I don't know, honestly.
I feel like he'll still be a vet guy that gives pressure. Like, I thought the Vikings now would be the main name, possibly the Colts, depending on Daniel Jones's timeline. But I could see them bringing in another guy to at least give, like, JJ, a bit of pressure / a guy they could start. I was thinking Jets for Kyler, but now I'm thinking Colts or Vikings.
Okay. Yeah. Well... I think maybe Vikings, but listen, we'll be going over more of these free agents in the next episode. Promise that.
Yeah, we're about to run out of time here, but thank you guys for tuning in.
Yes, sir. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Turn the notification button on. You'll be seeing our socials on the screen. Make sure to check out our shorts. That really helps a lot. But yeah, guys. We try to get Bobby on.
Been real, guys.
Yeah, we try to get Bobby on.
We'll let you know.
He's in spring break. But yeah, 1,000% getting. I'll try my best to get you guys as much content as soon as possible. But it was great talking to you, Austin. Great to have you back. Can't wait to keep going forward with this. I really think this can take off, man. Really do.
Yeah, of course. All right, guys. Have a good one and subscribe.